Hi, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Motivational Moments. Thank you for joining me, and I really appreciate the support and the love that I get from all of you in this special Facebook group called Women with Guts. Thank you for joining me. And for those of you that are new members, I just wanted to let you know what the format is. Every week, hopefully every week, mostly between 12 and 12:15 on Wednesdays, I do a segment of motivation that usually comes to me as an intuitive download, something that I'm inspired to talk about, or it could be relative to what's going on in the world or the particular month. And then after I give this discussion, then we put it on YouTube, on my YouTube channel called Deb Cottle. So if you want to replay it or you want to listen to other episodes, then you can go to the YouTube channel. I'm always looking forward to your feedback, your comments, suggestions, because it's all about empowering each other as women, inspiring each other, and being role models for others to follow. So thank you again for joining me. And as we know, this is National Women's History Month. So with that being said, we are continuing talking about inspiring women that have made a difference in the world. And there are so many women. They don't necessarily have to be famous. They don't have to necessarily be so noteworthy, but they're women that have done something. They've gone beyond the realm of possibility. They have stepped forward. They have gotten out of their comfort zone. So I wanted to talk about today Serena Williams. And I wasn't sure who I was going to talk about today until, I was thinking about the Oscars coming up. I'm thinking about that movie called King Richard. And if you haven't seen it, it's a must-see. It is so inspirational, and it's just fascinating how the father of Serena and Venus took those young girls from beginning to the end into stardom, but taught them so many life lessons besides the physical lessons that they needed to learn to become world-class tennis players. So let me give you a little tidbit about Serena. And I didn't know this, that she was born in Saginaw, Michigan. Who knew? And she was born in 1981, I believe. And when she was 3 years old, the father decided that he wanted to move the family to California. And they moved to California where A, the weather was better, and B, that they could learn more educationally wise, better schools, better opportunities for his 5 daughters. So Serena and Venus were 2 of the superstars, but he had other children as well. The reason why he focused on Venus and Serena was because when they were 3 years old, or when Serena was 3 years old, he noticed a talent that needed to be nurtured. And because he didn't have much of an education, he studied from books and watched videos on how to help groom his 2 girls into being professional tennis players, or at least learning the game when they were little. Then they moved to Florida. He moved the entire family to Florida, I believe in 1991, so that he could hook up with professional instructors and that they could move forward with getting better instruction than just from him. And of course, he was their, coach as well, and inspired them on a regular basis. But what's amazing to me about Serena, and actually Venus as well, is their work ethic, their perseverance, their dedication to the sport, but also they worked so hard. And a lot of times they worked in, adverse climates. Being in Florida, it was extremely hot. They worked very long hours. And their father was a taskmaster. There's no question about that. And he pushed those girls to do their best and to work really hard And they had an overall goal to achieve, that he wanted them to be at the best, be the best, at the best, for the best, but not only for themselves, but to become a role model for other women to emulate. They were African American. They had a lot of things that may have been a little more challenging growing up. And he didn't want to hear any negativity of anything holding them back, whether it was education, whether it was their physical attributes, whether it was the color of their skin, whether it was that they were girls and women. My gosh. So that's why this family embraced this career for these girls, and why they persevered as hard as they did. And we all know the accomplishments of Serena and actually her sister Venus. And I'm not going to read you those, because we all know that. All the competitions they have won. And it's just endless. And all the years they have won these trophies, and they've gone on to the next competition and the next. And they've set all kinds of world records. Well, that's all well and good, and oh my gosh, they certainly deserve it. But what's important to me is the fact that, number one, is that work ethic. And number two, that they were always giving back. And for an example, Serena is a role model to young girls. She started a foundation, I think it's called the Serena Williams Foundation. And that is a foundation to help underprivileged girls and to start schools in Africa and give them a fighting chance for real education, and to empower them to learn that just because they're girls doesn't mean that they can't compete, that they aren't strong. They aren't strong physically or mentally. And that's what she wanted to get that point across to young girls. It's like, I'm sure she heard this growing up, that, oh my gosh, you're too young to be any good, especially at this sport. Who do you think you are? You're just a kid. Or, you're too weak to be a professional at tennis. Men are more strong and accomplished, and there's more men in this sport than women. What do you think you're doing? And you're so young. So all these things are negative programming that we all get as young girls, young boys, young adults, and even as we get older, because we still get criticized. And I think the real test is not to accept those perceptions, those comments, or those judgments, because we can do anything that we set our mind to do. And I feel that one of our female role models for this month of Women's History Month is Serena Williams. She also got married, I believe, in 2016. She had a baby, I think, in 2019, something like that. She's a wonderful mother. She also is a spokesperson for several products. She has a film career. She has a product line. She is an inspirational speaker. And she has this nonprofit in Africa to build schools to empower young girls as they grow up. So, what can you do? What can I do to inspire others to be the best that they can be? We all are potential role models, big or small. It doesn't matter. As long as we're trying to make a difference, and as long as we're helping those along the way, especially young girls, I think that's so crucially important for them to have the confidence that they can accomplish anything that they put their minds to, but also to drive the fact that you still need to put in the effort. You still need hard work to accomplish those goals. You could be lucky and you can fall into things. But I think most people will agree that it's a combination of luck, perseverance, hard work, determination, and also the right mindset. Don't give up. Be positive. Think you can do it. Say positive affirmations so that you are saying things that are positive instead of negative. Don't put yourself down. I am confident. I am inspiring. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I can do anything I put my mind to. Say those kind of affirmations on a daily basis, and you will see your life change in dramatic ways. Then, not only train your thoughts, do a better job of the self-talk, set realistic goals, and then some unrealistic goals, some pie in the sky goals, because you never know what goal is going to hit first. You just don't know. Put those goals out there, and then visualize yourself accomplishing those goals. What is that going to feel like? And visualize that everything has already happened. It's done deal. It's the present tense. You don't have to wish for it in the future. You have to trick your mind into believing that it is already done. You're already there. So celebrate. Celebrate right now your success, and celebrate the success that you will be. Thank you for joining me this week, and I'll see you next Wednesday, and we'll talk about another woman who has made a difference in this world. And I appreciate all your comments, your suggestions, and your positive reinforcement. So thank you. Have a great day.